is up, my bitches? If you are new here, hello, my name is Brittany. In today's video, we're going to be testing new makeup. This hair is like wild. It's like wild today. But today, we're going to be mainly focusing on the Trendmood box that I picked up, the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette, Scott Barnes Glowy and Showy Highlighter palette. I've gotten a lot of new makeup lately, guys. It never ends. And I just got my Pat McGrath Divine Rose too. I'm so excited. So I'm thinking today I want to do something along the lines of like a Valentine's Day-esque look using this palette. But I did use this in yesterday's video. If you guys missed it, I did my brush recommendations. I'm actually going to show you a mini tutorial on how I got the look that I did yesterday while we're talking about this palette. So before we get into it, if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs it up. I got all fucked up right there. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up or thumbs down if you like it or don't like it, or if you hate watching. I appreciate you watching me anyways. And if you're new here, subscribe. Wow, you would think this is like my first day back in a while. It's just a day, guys. Okay, so let me get this hair off of my face, and then we'll get into doing the eye look. But before I do my eye look, I'm actually going to show you first how I did the look that I did yesterday. So the look that I wore yesterday was wearing the Urban Decay new Wild West Naked palette. I wish that I still had my ColourPop Dream Street palette because it's very reminiscent to that type of color story. So here is a little tutorial on how I got the look that I did yesterday. So I don't ever really use these brushes in here, but the first thing I do is always set my eye with the Drawer Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. Next, I went in with the shade Ghost Town, which is this one right here. Pressed it just right in the crease with my Rephr No. 2 brush, and then I blended it out with the shade Spur and Nudie. I like mixed these two together just to soften the edge up a little bit, and then we dove into the green. So the first one I went in with was Tex. That is where I'm just really pressing it right on the outer corner, but not all the way out, because I wanted to mix in some of the shade Pony Up, which you're seeing me do right now. So I have these two on the outer corner and then Tex by itself right just a little bit more in. And then I have the shade Bud. That's what I'm applying all over the lid right now. I personally wasn't blown away by the shade initially. It does take a little bit of building up, but for being a naked type of like aesthetic, I'm not really surprised. I just personally like to get that more amped up sort of a look. So I just built it up, and then I went over the top again with the shade Ghost Town, blended it over the top, and it was set. And then I went in on the under eye. Here comes Shannon. I went in on the other eye with the shade Tex, and then I blended that out with the shade Ghost Town. So I pretty much worked with mostly the greens and then almost like the burnt orange aesthetic for yesterday. So that was the look that I did yesterday with this palette. My first impression of this, though, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I know it's not going to be anything revolutionary because we all know, we're like, why does Urban Decay keep doing the naked line? I see why they do it, because I feel like an average consumer, this would be something that is very approachable for somebody that's new with makeup, or somebody like me that loves neutrals. This would be a great palette. Like, I feel like this is a solid palette, but it does definitely remind me of the ColourPop Dream Street. Like, as soon as I look at the color story, I'm like, I could totally see that. I just don't have that palette anymore. So I feel like if you wanted that palette, this could be a good alternative. Obviously, it's more expensive, but I do feel like you have, like, I don't remember that palette having like a gray in here. I feel like you do have quite a bit of variety. I think I want to go along like the gray scale today, because I was thinking about pulling in my Smoke Reflect by Auric in here as well. So I think that's what we're going to do. Almost like a Valentine's Day, like cool tone, gray vibe. I'm into it, right? Thank you. I see my hair is gorgeous. Thank you so much. So let me dive in. And if you're wondering any of the brushes that I'm going to be using today, I highly recommend check out yesterday's video. I talked about my must-haves. I have it linked down below, but I'll also put a card probably up there after the fact. But everybody seems to be really enjoying it, and they're all brushes that I love. I cannot get enough of these brushes. I know I usually say the brushes that I'm using, so I feel like people will recognize them, but in the event that you caught the video yesterday, you'll be able to see all the brushes in action today, because I was debating doing this video or if I wanted to do a haul video, but I think a haul video might be next because I got that other Sephora order today and I'm like, ooh. Oh, let's see. I still want it. I still half want it though, not gonna lie. What are you guys talking about? They could have dropped the naked though. Oh, and just called it the Wild West. Like when I look at the color story, I'm like, I don't know if I understand the Wild West behind it. Maybe it's because it's like really, I mean, for the most part it's warm tone, but that's why I wanted to focus on the cool tone. I mean, I could kind of see it just because of like the color hues, I guess you could say. But I just basically wanted to show you guys how I use the palette. This palette was also sent to me by Urban Decay as well. I want to make sure I mention that. So I did not pay for this palette, but that does not sway my opinion on products. Like if I get a product and I'm like, this is questionable, I will still tell you. Oh my god, I gotta move back a little bit. I'm a little out of focus. So what do you guys think about the color story? Like, are you bored with it? Are you into it? What is your opinions on the palette itself? Okay, packaging. Like when you look at this, you're like, okay, it looks hella boring. But then like this packaging would have been perfect for like a multi-chrome palette because this does have like such dimension within the colors. If this was like a full-on multi-chrome palette, that would have been incredible. I would never expect that from Urban Decay though. But when I look at this, I'm like, it's totally like an Urban Decay aesthetic. Would I have bought this though if it wasn't sent to me? I don't know if I would have. I would have probably have waited for reviews on it, and then if I saw that it was really good, then I would have picked it up. I think that's pretty much how I was leaning towards this one because I really did enjoy the color story. But I'm like, it's another neutral palette. Do I need another neutral palette? Not really. Oh, Karen says it's so boring. I couldn't be more turned off by it. See, I love boring. Like, when I think of boring palettes, I'm like, they're the ones that are going to look really good on me because I always get complimented on when I wear neutrals. Every single time. I'm looking for my refer number 2, and all of my brushes are out of place now because I used them all yesterday. And aside from the Urban Decay, we're going to talk about the Trendmood box as well today. I'm so excited for the stuff that I got. Is it hiding back here? How are you guys doing today? Happy Hump Day! Happy Hump Day, everybody. We love Hump Day. My phone is blowing up right now. Get out of here. We're busy. Can't be bothered. Oh my god, where's my... I'll find it when I'm not looking for it. Watch. I'm going to go in with my Sonia G Worker Pro. Show me the goods. Kelly, you cracked me up. All right, so I'm going to stick with the cooler scale. So I'm going to first go in with, I think I'm going to go in with Pony Up first. I kind of wish that there was one more even deeper cool tone shade in here, but I'm not going to complain until I actually use it because I feel like this shade will still work, or I could just mix in a little bit of that green just because of how I like to do my eyeshadows. I like to have basically like lighter inner corner, deeper outer corner. That's just my vibe. Don't come for me. I always do the same type of looks, but it's because they look the most flattering on my eye shape. So I'm just focusing that right on the crease. That's one thing I like about these shadows. Like, they're very, I think, approachable for especially a new beginner to makeup. And I have such a soft spot for Urban Decay, like the Naked line, because it was the first palette that I ever bought. My first palette ever was the original Naked palette. So I'm like, anytime I see Naked, I'm just like, oh, the nostalgia. Maybe they're doing that on purpose. Did you guys ever think of that? Conspiracy. They just keep doing it because the nostalgia. Because you could not watch videos or see collections without people having the Naked. I feel like even still, like even with makeup collections now, people still just hang on to the Naked because it's like so sentimental. I don't know, at least it is for me. I'm one of those people. I still hang on to it. I still really just, I don't use it, but I just look at it and it makes me happy. All right, let's see. Oh, I just saw The last dark matte should have been a navy blue. I would have loved that. I feel like I'm curious to see what these two look like though when I mix them. I'm going to go in next with Laredo. It's this one right here. It's like a cooler toned, I'm going to say beige. That's the vibe that it's giving me. Drink every time I say vibe in my videos from now on. I feel like that's the overall easiest way for me to just be like, okay, you guys are going to get what I'm saying. As long as I say it's a vibe. One day maybe I'll be able to express my feelings on things better. So did anybody pick this up? Was this sent to anybody else? Because I know I have a lot of creators that watch my videos. I'm very curious to see what people think about this. I have it linked at Sephora. I think that's the only place it's available besides the Urban Decay website. I'm very curious to see what you guys think though. Did you guys all see my brush recommendations video yesterday? Guys, I've been on fire with the uploads lately. If you're not subscribed, we've been going live. I shouldn't say uploads, the lives. We've been doing videos every damn day and I'm having so much fun. So much fun. So there's the crease. Is it revolutionary? Hell to the nah. But it's cute. It's cute. It's very much the naked aesthetic. And that's where I'm just like, I figured I would like it just because of that. Because all the naked palettes that I have gotten, which aren't, like, I don't get all of them. But it's like all the ones that I have gotten, I do enjoy, if that makes sense. Is the palette patchy? I have not experienced any patchiness with this whatsoever. It's really easy for me to use. I'm going to mix together Tex and Pony Up, but I'm going to make sure I grab more of Pony Up because I basically just want a deeper version of Pony Up. I don't want it to appear green. I want it to appear like a dark gray. So I'm going to grab more of the Pony Up and just kind of dab a little bit of Tex in there, but I think that these will go together really nicely. And I'm just going to throw that right on the outer corner. So kind of a similar vibe that I did yesterday, but this is like my go-to type of look. Let's do it on this side. And I don't focus too much on like the blend until like my whole face is actually done. It's just a weird routine that I have. It's bizarre. If you're familiar with my channel, you get it. It's like I start with the eyes and I'm like, okay, let's come back. But that shade, it looks really nice with those gray tones. I like that. I'm into it. And then I do take up my shadows a little bit higher just because I do have hooded eyes. And then my experience with their like metallics, I will say, I think I'll like using my finger better for these or maybe the Fender blender. I used my Esom W21 yesterday. And it works. It's just I felt that I had to build it a lot more. And usually I don't want to be bothered. So, you know what I just thought of? I forgot to feature me applying this shade to my inner and outer corner in the little clip from yesterday. I think I forgot to film that yesterday. But there is the shade Cowboy Rick. So it's like they're fine. They're very subtle, but you can build them. I have lash glue just kind of chilling. I'm going to use my finger, though, because I feel like this is how I'm going to prefer to use these. And you're going to get much more of a punch when you use your finger. So it's like, is this revolutionary? No. It's a neutral-ass palette with a few pops of colors. I see a lot of warmth, but I like the fact that I got this cool tone look out of this as well. I like having options. A bitch loves some options. Yeah, that applies way better with a finger. So I would recommend any of these metallics, at least with the green and the silver that I experienced. I would recommend use your finger, but I know not everybody likes to do that. So if you like to use a brush, try wetting it. I don't love to do my eyes that way, but I know not everybody's the same. So since I have that down, I want to dip into this Auric. This is the Auric Smoke Reflect. I just want to see what this looks like because I don't foresee myself reaching for this like a shit ton. So I'm like, if I'm going to do a cool tone, let's see how this could like change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? I could use either the topper or the cream and the topper. So it's got like a pot with a cream, and then you've got almost like a sparkly topper for these. So I'm going to put this right on. Let's use this tiny, tiny mirror. I'm going to put this right in between that silver and the dark gray. And then I'll probably put the topper along like everything, just to give it a little, you know. What happened to Kate? I'm a puppy mom. Yes, your puppy was born today. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. You're excited right now. Then you can be like, why did I do this? But then dogs are the best. I love dogs. Oh my gosh. I love them. You're going to go through the puppy phase and be like, why did I do this? And then they get a little bit older. You're like, oh, okay, this is why I did it. So I like basically, this is how I like to apply like all of my creams. I do feel like I probably waste more product doing this, but it's easier for me to like monitor how much I'm using. Because the first time I used this, I felt like I kept either picking up too much or not enough. So I like to just pick a little bit up on my finger and then work it on my finger. So it's basically like evenly distributed all over the place. It's just a thing that I like to do. It's easier for me, so don't judge me. Okay? Oh my God, there's 99 people watching? I wasn't sure if this was going to be a good time, but I see there's now 101 and only 56 thumbs up. Guys, that's 50% of you that are watching are not thumbs upping this video. What's happening? Come on, guys. Come on. Let's see. It looks pretty... I feel like I'm missing so much in the chat today. I just got here. I hope I didn't miss too much. Letitia, you didn't miss a ton. I mean, I feel like we did... What was it? We've been here for 17 minutes, but a lot of it I was just kind of blabbing, you know? Same old, same old. Now I'm going to take the topper for Aura. And then I'm going to put this right over first, that middle part. Because I want to see... Yeah, I'm glad I didn't put it all over. Because it is a little bit darker than that Urban Decay. So I'm getting a nice gradient incorporating this. This is so excessive. You don't need to do a step like this. But I'm like, I want to use these products that I have. And I know that this is a product that I'm not going to get like a ton of use out of. So let me give you guys a little close up. Just so you could see the sparkle. It's very like, I hate saying the term wearable, but it is. Like this would be like a everyday situation, I think, for a lot of people. Because like I feel like the Auric, it just added a lot more sparkle. But without that, it's very like everyday appropriate. It's not over the top. It's very easy to wear. So I think a lot of people, especially like people that work and stuff like that, this probably would be. And I think that that's what a lot of people like about the Naked range is for like the everyday type of person that wants to have like basic ass neutral. So here's a close up of the palette. I wasn't going to do swatches just because there's probably swatch videos. Unless you guys want it towards the end, you guys let me know. But I figured there's probably swatch videos because I've seen that other people have gotten this palette already. So it's just, I feel like this is a good representation of what it actually looks like. And these aren't the types of, I'll give you guys swatches of the metallics, but mattes, they never get me all up in the feels, you know? But metallics, I'll give you guys the metallics. So here's the 4 metallics. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mattes and 4 metallics. They're very soft, like as far as, they're not super high shine, but they have just like the slight amount of shine to it and sparkle. That's where I say these are like wearable or like everyday types of eyeshadows. I mean, those just swatch really nice. It's not like the softest formula I've ever touched, but I could like touch this and be like, yeah, this is an Urban Decay palette. The quality's good. At least so far, I'm into it so far. So this one, boom. That's where we're going to leave it for now. I'll come back to the eyes after. Now let's get into the face. Let's do the One Size Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. I got this in the Trendmood box. I've used this for the past 3 days, and people are saying in my videos that my skin looks smoother. It's like you have to squeeze it to get it to come out. It has, I'm trying to think of like what it reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of a not so like silicone-y feeling of the Urban Decay, or not Urban Decay, the Benefit Professional. Like, I feel like it has the effects of Professional, but it's not as thick. I really, really enjoy this for especially my T-zone. I always go in and get a little bit more. For me, it has a really unique texture. Like, I can't put my finger on one that reminds me, like, identically of it, you know what I mean? So this one, I'm like, all the large pore areas, even my under eye, yep. But mainly my texture. So basically like my T-zone. So my forehead, down the nose, and then I just kind of drag it out. And then I go in with another primer anyways because I'm excessive. But people have been commenting on my skin, even more so since I've been using this. And I wore yesterday the Gucci foundation. And I did feel like it looked even better than what it normally does. And this and the powder that I'm going to use are really the only two other products that I incorporated with the Gucci that I hadn't before, and I thought it looked better. So it's like, this could be a game changer for a primer for me. Now, I also want to put on some like illuminating primer. So I'm going to use the Rare Beauty. I'm trying to use this one up because I already have a backup. So I'm like, I got to get through this one. The illuminating primer. I love this stuff, but I like this for like the outer perimeters of my face. So I'll just basically go around here. I don't feel like this is a necessity of a primer. I just like the effect that it has on my skin, and it just gives me a little bit more hydration, you know? It probably looks like I push so fucking hard on my face, but I don't. Let's see. John VA says, lots of reviews on this palette, but thank you so much for reviewing this. Yes! That's where I was debating it, but then you guys came through on the Insta story because I asked if you wanted to see this, or if you wanted to see, I have the Scott Barnes color one, I have the Scott Barnes Mesmerize, and then I also have the Tom Ford, the Rose Prick, and you guys all voted for this one first. So I'm like, well, I'm going to give them what they want. They want to see the Naked Wild West, so let's do it. So that's everything for primer. No, it's not. I'm going to put on some Auric, the Glow Lust. This, again, it's so excessive. You don't need to do all these steps if you don't want to. I've just been really enjoying incorporating all these products, and I'll put this on, like, all over, just because it does peek through on my foundations. It's very minute, but I just love the effects that it has, and this is a cream highlighter. It's so bomb. Did you guys order the Vive blushes? They launched this morning. Thank you, Brandy. She says I look fly as fuck. Let's see. I think it's a beautiful palette. I think it's going to be one of those palettes you could look at it and be like, okay, this is boring as all hell. Or you could look at it and be like, that's a perfect palette for me. Because it's so basic. For me, it's basic in the best ways. There are some basic palettes that I'm just like, no. I think that there could have been like things that I would change about this one, but overall, so far, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the quality that I'm receiving from this. So you see how this just gives me a really light layer of glow. That's what I like about it. And I barely use like any. I just like to apply it underneath the foundation. So next thing I'm going to go in with is concealer. I also have the Danessa Myricks. I almost forgot. Shit. I've got the Danessa Myricks new Twin Flames. I wanted to show you guys some swatches of those because I already own some of those and I love them. We also got the KVD Vegan Beauty Dazzle Stick, but I think I'm going to put this in my giveaway drawer because it just didn't look very appealing to me. The main reason I got the Trendmood box was the primer, the powders, and the Twin Flames. Because like one of those or two of those products paid for the whole box, and it also came with like freaking shampoo, conditioner, a Miracle Gloss smoothing spray, a facial like serum. I'll be using this too. This is the Renew Chebula Active Immunity Serum from True Botanicals. That's really washed out there. But I was like, that serum goes for like $80, so I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna go with my Dior concealer today. Hillary says she bought the brushes. Yes! Dee says, I'm so depressed my puppy chewed my glasses and I'm blind without them. They're $400! Oh no. Oh my God, I've been there though. Oh my God, that's so frustrating. I'm sorry, D. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. I stepped on mine once though. And then, what did my dog chew? Oh my God, my dog chewed something that was so important once, and I can't remember what the hell it was. That just goes to show how important it must have been. Oh my God. Oh! My dog chewed my makeup brushes before. Yep, sure did. Sure the fuck did. Now I'm gonna take... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I mentioned this brush last night. I'm gonna do the little Lisa J hack. I'm gonna spray my brush with... I'm basically just trying to use this because I'm not the biggest fan of this Farsali, the Rose Gold Skin Mist, but I'm like, I'm almost there. Let's just use it. So I've been using it as like my setting spray and everything. So she just likes to dab it off and then blend out her concealer this way. I've seen Lisa J and I think Wayne Goss has said this before as well. But I love this brush for concealer now. I've been really into like, ooh, precise brushes lately. Come on, hair, get out of there. We don't need you right there. And then as long as the brush is still wet, I can still go in. I just feel like this does help everything lay just a little bit nicer. I'm into it. What are you guys up to today? Cynthia says, I wish BoxyCharm would start shipping worldwide. I'm surprised that they don't by now. Like, they've been in business for a while. I'm kind of surprised that they don't. My cats have gotten my sponges multiple times. Mine have done the same thing. Same thing. I don't know what it is about sponges, but yes. My cat is like slowly turning into an outdoor cat because he has friends outside. Oh, shit. All right. Concealer. Good. That was the Dior Forever in the shade number 2N. One of the faves. Such a natural finish. Now, what bronzer do I want to use? I think I'm going to use the Milk Makeup one again because this is another one. I'm just trying to use it up because I've had it what seems like forever. If you're going to get these like Milk Minis, highly recommend do this instead of the big sizes because this has lasted me so long. So damn long. So I talked about this brush again yesterday as well. And this is what I love this for because it allows me to give like this curve. Whereas I talked about how the BK 106, I can't get quite as precise of a curve. And sometimes I go too low. So I just like to apply it this way. I'll like run my brush through it and then apply it this way. And then get the little curve right here. It's just more flattering, I feel. At least I like how it looks on my face. And then I drag it way up to almost like lift. Facelift. Bro, I was telling the Boxy... Oh, I added a bunch of Natasha Denona palettes for... Ooh, $12 blushes for $9? Ooh. I used to have so many... Oh my god, from when I had BoxyCharm before, I have so many points. And it's like the charm stores never open. Let's see, are the BK Beauty brushes better than Sigma in terms of the brush fibers? I personally feel that they are. Like... I feel like BK is more consistent as well. I don't know. Every time I've used a BK brush, I'm like, this is fantastic. I don't think that their eye brushes are as like ideal. I do prefer the shapes of like Refer brushes for my eyes because I have hooded eyes. But I think Sigma probably has better shapes as well. But I mean, their eye brushes still work, but I don't reach for them as much because I just prefer natural hair. But as far as the amount of times that I've ordered from Sigma and the amount of times that I've either ordered or have been sent products from BK Beauty, I would choose BK. That's just my personal preference. I think they have beautiful, high quality, amazing brushes. Okay, moving on to foundation. I think I'm gonna wear Gucci again just so you guys could see the face situation that I'm talking about with the one size because this is the foundation that I've been wearing the most. So I wear the shade 220N. It is a wee bit yellow, but I ain't mad at it. I could still make it work. I'm not going to buy another shade just to, you know, get it to be perfect because I don't feel like any foundation is going to be perfect. So I'm just going to blend this out using my BK 101. This was the brush that I said if you take any recommendation from yesterday's video, if you need a foundation brush, this is 100% that bitch. See how I could just clean that up so nicely right there? Yep. That's what I love about it. I love the shape of this. I love the size of it. And especially for how I do my makeup, this little step right here, because it's like, ooh, that's a little too far down. Let me clean that up a little bit. It's just perfect for me. Once you try rougher brushes, you will see what everybody jumps on that train for your eyes. Exactly. I just feel like the shapes are perfect. I can't wait to see what other brands come up as well, though, because I know that Bristles Beauty, that seems to be a really popular newer one. Has anybody tried those? I looked at their website, but I didn't think that I would love the shapes of them, so I didn't end up buying any. But I want to know your guys' feedback if you guys have them, because brushes are really difficult to buy online. Because it's like you have an idea of what you think that they're going to be shaped like, but then you get them in real life, you're like, oh, this is like not even at all what I thought it was going to be. I feel like Beautylish probably captures them one of the best as far as like showing all the like the different sides of them and stuff, so it's you have a really good idea of what the shape of them are. But some sites it's like, what is this? Like how? I actually think Sigma does a good job too, because they do videos usually on theirs. I just want to add a little bit more coverage in certain areas. Let's see. You got me so confused. I thought it was Monday. Happy Hump Day! No, Monday's new makeup releases, girl. Melanie, get it together. Yes, Katie Marie knows what's good. It's her favorite foundation brush too. It's so bomb. Hi, Katie. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Katie Marie's channel, get your shit together. She's the bomb. I love Katie. So I have all that foundation left over. See, I don't use a lot. Like, it probably looks like I use a lot of foundation, but I really don't. I really, really don't. I usually put like a pump and a half on my hand, and that's, I mean, I usually still have a little bit of waste. So there's that. One thing I've been doing as well, kind of like how I did with my concealer, how I sprayed the brush first. Sometimes I'll go in and spray my face before I do my foundation. I just forgot to do it today, but it's all good. We don't need to go too much in depth about that. Let's move on to, let's use some Salt New York. I don't use these that often, but they have really nice blushes, contours, bronzers, highlighters. I want to use this blush, I think, today. And I'm going to use, what do I want to use? I'm actually going to spray these because these do tend to dry out just a little bit, but then when you work your brush back into it, it's fine. I think I'm actually going to use the BK 108, so it's a little bit more precise, and I'm just going to work my brush into that, and hopefully this will pick it up. I might need to use my 106, but let's see how this works. It's a really soft pink, but these are so nice. I love these palettes. Like these, oh my god, these are perfect for travel. If you like to like customize your own palettes for travel, these Salt New York palettes are so bomb. And these are the Cream Tint Pros that I'm using. Look how pretty that shade is. So cute. I have almost all the rougher brushes. I love them. Hakuhodo has amazing brushes too. Sigma just dropped a new face brush set. I'm on the hunt for a few new synthetic brushes. I saw those ones for Sigma. It seems like Sigma's doing like collections of brushes. They all look so similar to one another. Like when I looked at it's like 4 brushes, right? And I'm like, they all look the same. Look how pretty that blush is. It's so soft, but natural, and it has a beautiful, like, skin-like finish. These are so nice. I feel like a lot of people sleep on these. I really enjoy these. They just build. You know, you gotta build them up a little bit. And then I think this little tip of, like, spraying them before, I think that does help. Let me throw on. I'm like, do I want a contour too? Let's do contour because I haven't contoured in a minute, and that bronze I did, it was pretty light. So I'm just putting this shade right in here. This is like a perfect shade for me because it has like a slight coolness to it, but it's not too cool. so it'll work for my skin tone. Like sometimes like gray face tones really freak me out because they'll just look like I threw ash or dirt all over my face. And I ain't trying to have that. I'm going to add in a little bit more blush. Oh my god, I love that. That's like a really pretty Valentine's Day blush right there. I really enjoy that. Yeah, Cynthia, really pretty. I have to try Salt New York. And they're a small indie brand. They're owned by Kiki G on YouTube. She's so funny. Oh my god, I get a kick out of her. And then, you know what? Fuck it. We're here. I'm going to use the shade Beige for my highlighter today. I might end up going in with my Auric. And I have been testing, like, I pulled out my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter again. I think Auric has more of a highlight effect than the Charlotte Tilbury does. It's not far off, but I do think it's a little bit more beaming. But I think I'm going to go with Auric today on top of this. Like, this will give me, like, that all-over glow. But I want just a little bit more. So I'll probably do Auric on top of that. Like, I'm just really into, like, layering products lately. So this whole cheek situation is this palette right here. I have Rust. Is this Rose? Shit. Hold on. Let me find out the exact name of it so I'm not telling you guys the wrong name. I thought I remembered. Rose! I was right! I'm like, am I right? Am I right? So I have Rust, Rose. I believe this is just called Contour, and then Beige. I think the blushes, yes, Contour. The blushes are my favorite, though, but they're beautiful. But I do think that they dry out, but if you work your fingers into them or your brushes, or just spray them like I did with a powder. If you spray them with a spray, it will bring it back to life. So now let's do some Auric. Throw a little bit more on here. I'm gonna use that same brush. See, this is just a solid brush, guys. And this will give you, you know what, I'll do Auric on this side so you guys could see, and then I'll do the Charlotte Tilbury on the other side. And then I'll just kind of even it out since I am doing something today. Gorgina! Yes! See, it's just, I mean, it's still very soft, but it definitely has more of a shine, I feel, than the Charlotte Tilbury. This one's going to be a little bit darker as well. On my initial video, I showed comparisons between these. I do think, though, that I like this packaging better. Like, I like having that precise application, but it's probably going to be really hard to tell, but I do think that Auric does have just a little bit more pop to it. It could be, too, that it is a lighter. It's lighter, because I have the shade number 3 in the Charlotte Tilbury, but I have Morganite in the Auric. So it could be that as well. I'm dropping shit over here. Don't mind me. So let me just amp this up a little bit just to even everything out. But this product it's fucking beautiful. I am so loving this product. I think Samantha did such a great job. I think, though, if you have the Charlotte Tilbury, this would not be a necessary product. But if you're wanting to support other brands, boom! Come on, Glow! Hi, Mo! Guys, oh my gosh. I shared it on my IG story. Mo is going live. Will you share Ashley's YouTube channel with us? Because you guys, if you guys like rankings, theirs was so fun. On Mo's channel, her and Ashley, they did a Natasha Denona rankings like a week ago. Tonight at 9 o'clock, they're doing Pat McGrath ranking, and I cannot wait. They're both so funny. Definitely check out that video tonight. If you guys want to set like reminders, I have it on my IG story right now. I can't wait. I hope I'm back in time from wing night because I want to watch it because it was so fun the last time. And like the live chat was so funny. I love live videos. I love it because you're not only getting like an experience from the creator, but you're also getting to like associate within like their audience. It's so funny. Let's see. What was the foundation? I'm wearing the Gucci foundation in the shade 220N. So I'm just going to blend out my under eyes. See, like my complexion, it takes a while, but this is why. Because it just works so well for my skin. So I'm going to take my Wayne Goss airbrush. This was another one that was mentioned in last night's video. I'm going to use the One Size translucent powder, and I'm just going to throw this. I haven't been setting my under eyes, but since we are going out to wing night tonight, I do want to set at least my under eyes and then like right down, because I have large pores here. But so many people, let me zoom you guys in. So many people have been saying how my skin, it looks so much smoother. So you can see before, after. I do think, I mean, all powders accentuate my texture a little bit, but this is one of, I think, the most flattering as far as smoothing everything out and not making everything look super like heavy and makeup-y. I really like the Hourglass powder too, but this one, I think it gives a very natural looking finish, but it's more like mattifying. This will be, I think, my powder for events or if I'm filming weddings or something like that, because it's not going to give any sort of sheen. If anything, I think it just makes it look like skin. Maybe like a soft matte finish. Maybe that's the best way to explain it. So I'm just going to do like those delicate areas, like the center of my forehead, because I have that texture there. This just made me think, like, I haven't used my infinity powder in a minute. Oh, Abby Loves Makeup is here. I think it's funny. She said she loves the cool tones. You would like look at this and be like, that's not the Wild West palette. At least I wouldn't think that. But there's a little comparison on the face. Now let's move on to the powders, because I still do like to use like powder blush and stuff like that because I want to and I have them and you can't tell me what to do. So I'm going to use, I think I want to use the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Blush Palette because I have not reached for this nearly enough. I just love blushes. They get me so excited. And I want to stay along this like pink line. So I'm like, I feel like I'll mix these two right here. That sounds like a good idea. Let's use my Refer number 4. Number 4. Just gonna mix these two together. You know what? Maybe let's throw a splash of Soleil as well. I'm gonna dab off my brush quite a bit because I know these are more pigmented, but I still want that beautiful pink sheen. The 2 shades. What shades? I forget the name. I watched Jamie Genefieve's video yesterday, though, on her blushes. And the blushes that she wore, I was like, I need those. Because they look so good. She makes everything look so good. She's so beautiful. So I think it's Piazza. And there's another one. Because I thought the shades, too, were really unique for my collection. But we'll see. Oh, that's so pretty! I love this. I'm so excited right now. Ah! Okay, that was the Moon Prism Blush Palette. Love that one. Now let's do some Scott Barnes. No, I did not order the lashes. I missed the bundle. So this is the Scott Barnes highlighter palette. This is like, bitch, fuck me up. I love his highlighter formula because it's so blinding and so intense, but it doesn't accentuate nearly the amount of texture that you think it would for how intense it is. I hope that makes sense because I think it still does. I think any highlighter that's super blinding and reflective, it's going to accentuate texture, but I'm going to use this like Pinky and Candlelight. So Pinkaboo and Candlelight, I'm going to use those two, but they're just so gorgeous. Oh, I can't. I was sleeping on his products for way too long because I noticed myself reaching for them so much, it's ridiculous. I got Piazza! Yes! That shade was so, like, she put it on her face and I'm just like, yup, sold! I got that palette because of you! Oh my gosh, I feel like so many people got the blush palette. And I think the blush palette is still such a good bang for your buck. Like, I always say, get his products on sale because of how frequent they go on sale. But the blush palette has some highlighters in it. So that's where I'm like, that is such a good, it's such a good deal. I'll pull it out so you guys could see it if you haven't seen it before. So you've got 6 blushes and then 2 highlighters. But then, since you guys keep using my affiliate link with Scott Barnes, I was able to get this and the other palettes for a significantly less price because it's like a point system is how like my affiliate link works. So I earn points that equal dollar amount. So I'll get a dollar amount off of what I order. So I didn't pay full price for this, but it's like, I love his products. That probably throws off the white balance so horribly, but you guys get that by now. I love his highlighters for texture because they're beautiful. They're stunning. I love it. All right, let's spray the mug. So it's like some people are going to be like, okay, Brittany, you just put powder on top of everything. Why? That stinks and tastes bad. Yuck. Some people probably think, why do you bother doing all like the creams and stuff? It's because it looks bomb on my skin. That's why. It's a process. You got to trust the process. I just want to say I only discovered you this week and I've watched so many of your videos. I love your energy and positivity. Sending love from the UK. Well, thank you. I'm so glad. Like, that's where I'm like, I just hope my videos make people happy or entertain people or something. You know, I'm not perfect by any means. But you know what? I love making people smile and laugh. And that's what I hope that this channel brings to people. It's just happiness. Scott Barnes needs you on his PR to get all his products you've got. I mean, maybe one day. You never know. You never know. Mo, I would love to see what you thought of Scott Barnes. I would love it. All right, let's move on. Let's go back to the eyes. Back to the eyes, back to the eyes, back to the eyes. 46, okay, we're not doing too bad. 47 minutes, we're doing all right. All right, let me take, what brush do I want to use? What brush do I want to use? Let's take out the Esum T05. This is basically the flat definer brush that I talked about in yesterday's video. I'm going to mix Tex and Pony Up and push that on my lower lash. I'm going to line my whole eye. Boom. It's like you do have to go in a couple times, at least to get the full-on effect, but it's okay. These products are still, or these powders are still very pigmented. I'm just going in a couple times to get the depth that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to line this first, and then I'll blend it with probably like my Refer number 13 or 14. I think the 13. I need to get more of these brushes because these are hands down my most used brushes. I'm going to blend that out. I'm going to mix Pony Up and Laredo and blend this out. Like, when you guys look at this eye look, would you think that this came from this palette? So, I know I need to post the picture that I took for Instagram. I haven't posted it yet from last night. I'm so behind. I haven't even posted my first Valentine's Day. But this would be a look I could rock the shit out of this for Valentine's Day. If you want something cool and gray toned, oh yes. 100%. I would totally rock this on Valentine's Day, especially with like the pink cheek moment that we have going on. Definitely a Valentine's Day look, in my humble opinion. Yeah, they blend so nice. I'm into this. This is just a palette that I like the quality. I like the ease of use. I'm just liking everything about this. I want to take, where is it? Is that noise annoying for you guys? I want to take my Refer 14 and I'm going to use the shade Laredo again and just blow out this crease just a little bit more. Like, how long would this normally take you guys to do a look like this? I feel like my looks take me on average like an hour. But, I mean, I'm not doing bad. 49 minutes for being live, because everything always takes me longer when I'm actually doing a video. She fucking cute. She fucking cute. Okay, let's go into... Oh, look it. I just found my reference number 2, the brush that I was looking for. How did I know that was going to happen? Let's do my inner corner. I'm going to do Cowboy Rick. I'm just going to throw that. Make sure you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. And then I'll give you guys a close-up of the whole look when everything's all put together. That shade's so pretty, though. The texture of this kind of reminds me of like the shimmer metallics that are in the Vive palette. Like it just has a glittery sort of a texture, but it's not too much. Like it's super wearable and beautiful. I really like the textures that they chose for this palette. Because it can give you like natural, but it could also give you something like really glamorous as well. I like that. I like it because it gives it even more like flexibility. Yes! I'm so excited! I always have a goal of 30 minutes for my makeup in the mornings, but it usually takes you 45 minutes. I wish I could. I think if I only did powders or only did creams, I could do it in that amount of time. Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. Depends on how detailed you want to be. So hour, 45 minutes, or even longer, I want to be extra. Yeah, if I'm trying to be like super extra, which is not often, it'll take me like 2 hours. But I feel like on average, it's like an hour, hour and a half. Usually about 30 to 45 minutes. A simple look for work takes me 30 minutes. I need to figure out my life. All right, let me throw on some Makeup Geek, the Extension Effect Mascara. I've used this in previous videos. I've been using this ever since that. And my thoughts are pretty much still the same. Like, it's a fine mascara. I don't think it's anything to, like, lose my shit about. But it's a more affordable mascara. And I like how thin it feels. Like, it feels very light on my lashes as well. And I could build this. Like, I could put 4 coats on and it will not, like, it will not clump. It's like it refuses to clump. I feel like I could even put on more layers and it just won't clump. I'm not going to put on a ton of it today because I am going to put on some lashes. But I feel like this is like, it's like a decent mascara. I think if you're placing an order with Makeup Geek, it would be worth like throwing it in your cart if you're already ordering. I don't think I would make like a set, like independent order just for this, but it's like, oh, if you're already planning on getting some, you know, foiled shadows or a custom palette, you know, like I was talking to you guys about on Insta Story the other day. If you're ordering from Makeup Geek, do the custom palettes. It's so worth it with the amount of money that you save between buying their singles and everything. How do we feel about this look? Are we into it? Do we like it? Do we not like it? I need to add, I want more of that Auric. Where is it? I want more of that on the, like, center. Oh, I forgot Makeup Geek came out with mascara. Britt, can I go fund me and put it on your channel for my classes? I unfortunately don't do things like that. I'm sorry. Boom. Yes. Oh my god. That's so pretty. I love that. Let's see. Usually around 30 minutes I was leaving for work. Hardly any shadow and a baby wing. See, I'm like, anytime I mess with a wing, I'm like, give me 2 hours. Marlena has a video uploaded today? Yes. I love her channel. Because she's still like the same person that I remember from like when I first started watching her. Like, she has not changed at all. Oh my god, where's my brow brush? I need my Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. Where's my Makeup Geek shadows? Because I need, actually, you know what? Let me check the Wild West palette. I don't think there's a shade in here I could use. Yeah, no, that's too gray tone for my brows. So I'm going to go into my Makeup Geek. My singles. Oh, thank you, Brandy. I totally retract my statements on this palette. I had no idea this look would come from that palette. I thought there were too many browns and neutrals, but I was wrong. See? You just gotta play. That's why I wanted to do a cool tone look today, because I'm like, nobody would expect this look from that palette, I don't think. So I'm going to take, I think it's Clean Slate. I use this like every day for my brows. How do I not know the fucking name of it? Take for Granite. Clean Slate's the one above it, I think. All right. Brows with the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. And I'm just gonna see, you're gonna see the whole moment right now. Because this is so thin, it allows me to just perfectly cut out, and it's got just the right amount of give to it. So I work in just small little sections. So I usually line my like bottom line first. Right? Boom. And then this is where it gets tricky because I don't have like a natural curve. So with this brush, I have to create it. So see how that just allowed me to be like, whoop. That's why I love this damn brush. Because all the other brushes, I feel like they're always too stiff. Not that I've tried a ton, but every time I've tried to do that with another brush, it gets too big. You know, it gets too big, and this is just perfect. And it's like a $14 brush. It's bomb.com. Let's do a little flickety flick. I'm just really loving powders at the moment. A little bit more. A little bit more for this little area right here. I think if you're just starting with brows too, I think powders is the way to go. Because it looks very soft and I think natural. Whereas I think you can get a similar effect with like a brow pencil as well. But I always noticed my brows would look a little bit more harsh. I don't know, for being as filled in as they are, I still feel like they look natural when I do it with powder. I don't know. I like it. The make of the brush is, it's by the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. I think you can get this brush at Target. But I couldn't find it on the Target website when I was looking last night, but I didn't really spend a ton of time looking for it. I just linked it at Amazon in my last video. But I'm pretty sure I've seen, because I don't even know if it's called the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. I want to say it might be just called Tanya Crooks now. But I know I've seen this brand at my Target before. So if you have a Target near you, I would recommend. I got this brush in BoxyCharm. See, it's like, boom. Give me that little curve right there. That's what I'm looking for with this brush. Because it's like, I got like stray hairs, but they never grow in appropriately. So I'm just shading. And my brows aren't perfect, guys. I'm not sitting here to be like, no, buy this brush to get perfect brows. To me, this is just the perfect brow brush for me because of how it allows me to manipulate the brows that I already have. Because not everybody's brows are the same either. Some people have really full brows. Some people have no brows. Some people have really thin brows. I think I have like, I was going to say standard brows, but I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I feel like I have brows that I could easily probably just like throw a brow gel in and be set or be content with that, but I like to have my brows look like this. I like them to be just a little bit more filled because it just makes everything look a little bit more done. So if it's not like super filled in, I don't get all worked up over it because I'll just go in with my brow gel. Oh, Jessica Cass here. What's up, girl? Oh my God. My favorite prison channel. Oh my God, I love Jessica's channel. It's so interesting. Get all the tea. Get all the tea on prison on Jessica Kent's channel. It's so entertaining. I will binge watch the shit out of that. Like, what really goes on in female prisons? Oh my gosh, it cracks me up. Boom. That was Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Brown. Brown/Brune. Bam! Brows are... and I'm back and the brows are filled. Manny cracks me up. You think Trendmood or BoxyCharm? Do you get better products for more bang for your buck? See, what I like about Trendmoods is you're not obligated to get it like every month. Like you don't have to do a subscription, or you go on and buy it if you want it. You know what I mean? So not all the Trendmood boxes are super appealing to me personally, but like this one, I'm like, okay, I know that I want the twin flames. I know that I want the like one size stuff. Everything else was just like an added bonus. Whereas with BoxyCharm, it's like, you might be getting this or you might be getting this. The Trendmood box, you know exactly what you're getting. So I personally like that better. But I think value-wise, it probably depends. Because I know all the costs of Trendmood boxes are different as well. I'm just opening up these twin flames so I could swatch them for you guys. Brows on fleek! Yes! Yes, I like the freedom with Trendmood for that as well. Because it's like, I don't like to be obligated to something, because I'm one of those people too, like when I have a subscription, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cancel it next month, and then I never fucking do, and then by the time I remember, it's like my product already shipped, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll just do it next month. It's like a never-ending cycle. Whereas with Trendmood, it's like if you've purchased her boxes before, you get early access, so I like that aspect of it. But then it's like, I don't know, I overall think I'm happier with Trendmood's experience, like the Trendmood box. Let me swatch these twin flames for you. I already did a dedicated video to these, but I got new shades. New shades, new shades. I'm excited. So I got the shade Young Love and Passion. I'm like, will these shades work for me right now? Let's swatch them. So I got Passion. These are going to be like the white base with the more like iridescent finish. Ooh, that's got a really pretty... Oh! See, this is so trippy. Like, it looks green in my life. It looks green and yellow. But to you guys, it looks pink. This is fucking bizarre. I need to figure out my light situation so I could start hopefully showing you guys reflex better. But here, oh my god, these are so pretty, and these guys will last all fucking day. I love these twin flames. These are some of the best. Oh, you cannot see the shifts nearly as good. I kind of want to shut off my big light to see if it'll... Hold on, let me try this. Deandra gave me a tip. Let me zoom you guys out really quick. Deandra gave me a tip. Let me swatch the other one while I do it. So I did Young Love. Let's do Passion. Or no, that was Passion. I think. Oh my god, I'm a mess. And then, oh my god, this is so pretty. This has got that pink. Oh my god, it's so different in real life. It's so different. Okay, Young Love, Passion. I gotta remember that. Let me turn off this light really quick, because Deandra, see? Look at, Deandra gave me some tips. She's like, here, try this. Oh my god. See, the beauty of lighting, you guys. Look how different they look now. It still looks so different. Like, this looks green and yellow in my... Like, when I look at it like this, when I look at it sideways, I don't see blue at all. I see pink and gold. That's just so fucked up. Oh my god, I can't. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. They're beautiful. Oh, and this one, that pink. You probably think I'm so full of shit because I'm pretty sure you guys see blue. These are bomb. Oh my god, I love them. Love them. So, I'm going to put this on my inner corner. I'm going to put Young Love on my inner corner and see how this goes. Because I think that pink pop on the inner corner will look so pretty. Where's my brush that I want to use? That was so funny. I'm like, it looks so different. UPS in my driveway. I want to make a live video. Would anyone watch me? Do it, girl. Do it. All right, so I'm just taking this off of that swatch. But guys, these, if you like multi-chrome or like iridescent, these are the bomb. I'm telling you, they last all day long. I did a 14-hour wear test on my Insta story one day. And it did not budge. It looked like I just fucking applied it. Went a little too cray-cray on that one. Let me blend that out a little bit. These are gorgeous though. Like I just wanted the box. I'm like, ooh, I want more. I want more of these. So in my life right now, these look pink on my eyes. Here, let me use this brush. Let's see if this works a little bit better. I think no, I need to use a different one. Let me give a fresh swatch. Maybe that's what's, because that probably dried down a little bit. I could swatch multi-chrome swatches all day. Same. I was talking to Deandra last night because her swatches always look so good. I'm like, how do you capture the multi-chromes like that? And she recommended that I try turning off that big light, but I lose so much light from doing it that way. But could you guys see the shifts better? I feel like I even could, so I'm sure you guys could, but it's like everything else does not look good when you do that. So these aren't as like poppy doing it that way, but if I were to put I don't want to ruin this look that I have going on. So I think for another look, I wanted more of these. I'm dropping everything all over the ground. If you've been eyeing these though, if you've been wondering if they're good, they're phenomenal. They have an intense multi-chrome reflect. If you want to see eye swatches on my previous one, I did a dedicated video to that if you guys want to see more. But you're going to see, like, they are, like, difficult to get off. I have to use, like, a cleansing oil to get those off. But it's not, like, super intense where it's, like, impossible to get it off, if that makes sense. So let me throw in my eye drops. What do you guys think of this look today? I'm into it. I'm excited for chicken wings. That's for damn sure. I can't wait to eat all the chicken wings. Let me line the lips. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place lip liner in the shade Lush. Jocelyn must have got into this one because it's all broken. Shocking. These lip liners are so good. And this is where it gets uncomfortably quiet. Entertain yourselves. Boom. Good enough. Good enough for the live stream, at least. I'm sure you guys love sitting in silence. Throw those boxes out. Let me go in. I'm going to use the Scott Barnes Keep It Coral lipstick. I want to get more of these. These are the liquid lipsticks. The formula on these aren't my favorite off of application, but they look so good on my lips because it is a more drying formula. I like the way they smell too. Oh, I just fucked that one up. Cute. It just looks, they look smoother, I think. But it is a more dry formula though. So if you don't like dry liquid lipstick formulas, this will not be one that I would recommend. Now, I'm going to put on this gloss from this was like the summer collection, Cristal. Because he has juicy ass lip glosses. You can get this in like a trio, but he has singles as well. Yeah, I want like this color, but a little bit more pink from his line. I think it's called Heartbreaker, I think is the one I want to get next. I just want it to be a little bit more pink because this one's more peachy, but she fucking cute. She fucking cute. Let's see. You need 2 light sources on top of one another, side to side. Yeah, that's where I think I need to put like 2 lights going this way. Because I have the 2 lights here and then the one in front of me and then my vanity lights. So I think I need to put them like shooting sideways. I think that's what needs to happen. I'm going to throw on my lashes. Do you guys care about lashes? I hate putting these on live because I'm like, it feels like it takes forever between putting the glue on, letting the glue dry down, and then applying them. That's a whole nother thing in itself. But what are your guys' thoughts on everything that we used today? Did you notice a difference in my skin using like the primer and everything compared to what it normally looks like? What was your least favorite? I would say, shit, do I have a least favorite? I don't think I can pick one that's a least favorite. I think everything that I featured today, maybe if I were to say a least favorite, it would probably be Makeup Geek, just because I'm like, there's nothing like super extravagant about it. It's like, it's not a bad product. It's just, I think that would be what I would say, is it's not like a, oh my God, I'm losing my mind. But everything else, I'm like the Patrick stuff, like I keep calling it the Patrick Star stuff. The one size items, I think that these are making such a difference. I think the primer especially is making such a difference with my skin personally, but that's just me and my humble opinion. I think I need to add a little bit more to my lower lash line though. I didn't go deep enough. That packaging, right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, mini booster. Let's do mini booster, and I'm going to mix it text and pony up. Let's smoke out these under eyeballs. This is where this brush comes in. It's like when I just want more depth very precisely, because this just has the perfect amount of density, but it's still super soft. I'm glad I did this video like right after my brush recommendations, just so you guys could actually see the brushes that I use in action. Your skin has looked smoother the past couple days for sure. Yes! Look at, I'm wearing my own merch. Oh my God, I love this merch. I loved all my merch so far. I've only done a few things, but we'll toot our own horn on the merch. Love the eye look. Yes! I gotta add something to the brow bone. Let's throw these on. These are the Kiss. What are these? The 01 lashes. Come on, Kiss lashes. Don't steer me wrong. Well, I think I put them a little bit further back. Oh, yeah, that's way off. What am I doing? Get it together, Brittany. Get it together. But this is the struggle. Always. That's not bad. And then getting the inner corner to stay is a struggle in itself. Love the eye look. Your look is fire. Thank you. It's got some of the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers. I love how they dry so well and don't rub off easy. And the colors are so unique and bomb. I don't think I've ever tried Lime Crime. They used to be a brand that would really catch my attention. And then I just never bought anything. All right, come on, Lash. You're not cooperating with me today. If you have a hard time with lashes, I would say that these lashes are very easy to use for beginners because the band is so thin. And they're super inexpensive. So these are just like, they're longer. So I like the Kiss 01 and the Kiss 11s. They're basically like the same thing as the Ardell Wispies and Demi Wispies. These are comparable to the Wispies. So they're going to be a little bit longer than the Demi Wispies, but they still taper. And that's just something that's really flattering on my eye shape. And of course I got glue up there, but it is what it is. It's good enough. And then I need some eyeliner. I'm going to use the Wayne Goss. I need to start putting these stored differently, especially since these ones, it's like you could see the color on the end of the tube. And the way that I have these stacked, I'm like, okay, let's dig through all of my liners to try to find the one that I want. I'm going to use the shade Obsidian. This is just his black liner. I'm just going to line. Boom. Just a really light layer. And then probably after this video, I'll probably do an upper line, but we're not going to do that on camera because that's going to take me a freaking year and I have to be like, to see. But guys, I'm very into this Naked Wild West palette. It's fucking basic, okay? There's nothing extraordinary about it, but the quality of it's good. The color story is appealing to me. Like I said, I feel like it does resemble like the Kathleen Lights in ColourPop. What the hell was the name of it? I already forgot. It does give me that sort of like, it gives me that sort of vibe. Dream Street. It reminds me a lot of that. You know what? I wanted to pull out, where is it? I wanted to pull out the ColourPop Raw Beauty Christie palette as well, because I feel like you might not need both maybe, but let me look at these, because I've only used this palette one time, but some of the shades in here just kind of, you know, they just give me the vibe. And I wanted to show it, just in case. But if I were to say, do I think this is closer to Dream Street or this one? I think it's probably closer to the Kathleen Lights. But there is a little bit of overlap. Like, I feel like Ghost Town and Rainer. I feel like Emerald City and Tex are probably close. What else? Maybe that's it. No, that's pretty much it. I feel like that's more close to Dream Street, but it's still not identical. I don't remember the Dream Street having the cool tones in there. So that's where I really wanted to focus on the cools. I think this is going to be something for more people that don't want something like over the top. So for me and my makeup aesthetic, I think that this would fit every so often. Like, don't get me wrong. I love some extra eyeshadow from time to time, but I would rock the shit out of this, like especially Valentine's Day. Right? She cute. And I love the little dash of the Smoke Reflect that we threw in there as well. That little pink inner corner. She's really cute. But I will say, Urban Decay, their palettes do go on sale very quickly. So if it's not something that you feel like would really, it's not like, I mean, no palette is in need. So it's like, keep your eyes peeled. Maybe it'll go on sale eventually. But I mean, this is brand new, but I still think it is really nice. But that's my overall thoughts on everything. I'm really happy with everything that I have, especially the One Size products, the Scott Barnes products, the Auric, the Urban Decay. Fucking everything, man. I'm into it. I was not expecting this myself either, so that's an added bonus. Oh, shit. I forgot to do a brow bone highlighter. Whatever. You'll see it on Instagram. So, guys, if you did enjoy today's Hot Mess Express, look at the hair. She ready. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button or thumbs it down. I see there's two of you. I see you. I appreciate you. It lets me know what you guys like to see. I do these testing new makeup videos. I do these all the time. Basically, if I have a bunch of new products, but I like to incorporate old products as well. So like the Scott Barnes like lip products I've had for a while. It's just kind of a way to feature new products, but also pull in old products as well. So I really do enjoy doing these videos. I do plan on doing a haul video. You'll probably see some of these kind of pop up in there to plug other videos. But I have that video coming up. I'll have, oh my god, I've got so many damn videos that I could do. I want to do a testing new makeup with the other Scott Barnes stuff that I got. I got both of his palettes. I've gotten Jeepers Creepers. I'm going to have swatch parties coming up. I got Valentine's Day looks that I want to do. So you're going to see. You're going to see a bunch of new things coming out. Let's see. Winnie says, do you prefer the NARS palette to the Urban Decay palette? They're two very different color stories. I think for what I would look for, if I was to choose between the two, I would choose the NARS because, first of all, like the hair alone, the NARS palette is going to go with my hair, but I wouldn't be mad at either. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, ask yourself which color story speaks to you most. What color story speaks to me out of those two is the NARS. I like the different textures. I like that you have the duochrome in there. I feel like that's a really solid palette. And it's funny that you said that because they're both like the same price point as well. But you're also getting more shadows in the Naked palette. So it's one of those things you kind of got to ask yourself. If I was to correct anything about the palette though, I wish that there was one deeper shade. I really like the feedback that somebody said if there was like a navy blue in here, I think that would have been fantastic. Or like take out one of these because I feel like these are close enough where you probably don't need both. But everything else though, I'm like, I'm not mad about it at all. Let me throw on, because I just realized that that shade's over there. I'm going to take the shade Standoff and put that on my brow bone just so you guys could see what that shade looks like. It's basically just like a bone color eyeshadow. I feel like that's going to be a matte highlight for brow bone, inner corner, or if you're somebody that likes to set your eyelid, that would be a color for you. But I would personally like to use the shade Cowboy Rick just because I like having like a shimmer up there. I don't know why, I just do, but you could use both. Because why not? They're both there. I think this is a great palette. I'm really happy with it. Thank you so much to Urban Decay for sending it to me. The one size products, I'm repeating myself at this point. But if you guys did, like it, thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't give a shit. Stay tuned for future videos. Subscribe to my channel. Turn on your post notifications because I see that only 35% of you guys have those notifications turned on. And if you don't get your notifications on YouTube, you could always follow me on Instagram. I'm always posting ahead of time when I am going live, and you can also turn on notifications that way. So other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys like this look, if you recreate it, I would love to see it. Tag me on Instaho, and I will see you guys in my next one. Okay, bye!